the NovaCare Complex for one final time as they went through the annual ritual of exit physicals and interviews that marks the beginning of the offseason. The 2014 season ended on a high note for the Eagles as they defeated the New York Giants 34-26 on Sunday at MetLife Stadium. For the second straight year, the Eagles finished with 10 regular season wins, but unlike in 2013, this time around, it was not enough to make the playoffs. Why? In head coach Chip Kelly's estimation, the Eagles didn't make the playoffs because A, they led the league in turnovers, and B, they led the league in explosive plays allowed. The evaluation process to remedy those ailments for next season is already underway, and everything is being looked at from coaching to scheme to personnel.
That we analyze everything. That's part of what the whole off-season process is it scheme, is it personnel? You know, let's make sure. And you can park your ego outside the door. It's got nothing to do with it. It's how do we make ourselves better? And we analyze everything. So it's not like we put blinders on and say, hey, I'm talking in general and overall as a group. I think we've got a really good bunch of teachers here, but that doesn't mean we all can't improve either.
Quarterback Nick Foles addressed the media for the first time since suffering the fractured collarbone that caused him to miss the final 8 games of the 2014 season. The Eagles were 6-2 in the games that Foles started this season and are 14-4 in such games over the past 2 seasons. The Eagles said that they are going to look to improve at each and every position, not just a quarterback. However, Foles believes that he'll be the man to lead this Eagles offense in 2015.
I expect to be back here. I expect to be the quarterback. You know, I love my teammates, and I expect to be back out there leading them and, you know, winning some games. Right now it's the off season, so I'm excited to, you know, come back better than I ever have been. That's the goal. Every time the off season happens, you want to come back as a better player, physically, mentally, everything. So definitely a lot to learn from this year, and I'll be fired up, ready to go.
Chairman and CEO Jeffrey Lurie called losing 3 of the final 4 regular season games to miss the playoffs gut-wrenching. However, the Eagles have won 20 games over the past 2 seasons, and he, along with the players, believe that Chip Kelly has this program headed in the right direction.
Chip's awesome, great coach, players coach, and it was just a pleasure to work with him.
He definitely creates a culture of winning, and I think that he's been able to get guys on board to the way we practice, to the way we train.
He's a great coach. I think Kelly had 2 double-digit win seasons the first 2 years, so, you know, great culture, great group of guys in the locker room. I think it's only going to get better, so we just got to continue to hold the rope and, you know, stick together.
He's definitely building a culture and bring, you know, good guys in, and, you know, guys that like to work, and that's the most important thing, the guys that like to work, and, you know, what it means the most to them to win is the real thing.
The Eagles have 10 players who were either selected to the Pro Bowl or named as alternates, proof that there is a strong nucleus currently on the roster. The question for the Eagles is whether they'll be able to complement those pieces with maybe some veterans who are coming off injury or are pending free agents. Here is a look at some of those players.
I mean, I want to come back, man, because I mean, it's one of them things where I got unfinished business because we should be in them playoffs, you know, and I know where we headed.
Like I said, I want to be here. Yeah, I'm married 10 years, you know. It's be my 11th year, going on my 11th year. You know, still being with the Eagles. I'm here next year, but like I said, time will tell, and you know, things will get done, and everybody will be happy.
So I'll go back and look at that film and evaluate things, and then you know, have a good long talk with my agent and I'm sure Coach Kelly and Mr. Roseman and Mr. Laurie, and we'll figure things out. But I really enjoyed my time here, and I hope it's not over.
I'm Chris McPherson, and I want to thank you for joining us all season long on the 360 Update presented by Sports Authority. Have a great New Year, Eagles fans.